until 2 years passed. Now you have invested money on the brakes that it's not bringing up anything, so your money is frozen there. You can't do anything, you can't get back the money. You have the brakes, but there's nothing going on. So hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment. So today we are going to talk about things that you need to know before you buy a house in Namibia. Buying a house is something that can happen randomly, like you didn't plan to buy a house and you end up buying a house. It can also be planned. You can plan when and how you want to buy your house and where you want to buy it. So buying a house in Namibia, it depends on which area or location you are buying your house from. Namibia is a big country and we have small towns and we have a capital city. So buying a house or building a house in a capital city or in other big towns, it's quite different from buying a house in a small town. So there are things that you need to know. First of all, you need to check how much you qualify to buy a house. So qualification depends on your salary or your income, how you make money. So this is quite tricky. It's easier if you are buying your house using your salary because that's the money that comes in every month, but the bank would love to check how much money you got within the 6 months. They want to make sure that you have a stable job and you are able to pay for your house loan once they grant you the money. So buying a house using your salary, it's quite easier compared to if you are buying a house but you are a business person. So the tricky part comes in if you don't have a basic salary, you don't have a pay slip, then this is what you need to do. Make sure that all your income are coming through your bank, because that's what the bank is going to use to assess whether you qualify to get a house loan from them. So if you're a business person and you get your income cash, not through the bank, just make sure that you deposit all the money that you are getting from your business, because that will guarantee the bank that you have money coming in. And that's most of the mistakes we do nowadays, since the banks are up to date. Some people don't even do EFT anymore. They can they can do e-wallet, they can do blue wallet or easy wallet. And for that, sometimes someone can just take the money from the e-wallet and go pay for their water bill. That's not a wise idea. It's gonna affect you regardless whether you are buying your first house or your second house. You still need to know this. So make sure that all your income are passing through your bank, so that the bank knows how much income comes in every month. So the bank will assess that, and after that, now depending where the house is, let me give an example of the capital city. If you're buying a house in a capital city, there's something called this compliance certificate, it's a certificate that comes from municipality, acknowledging that the property that you are buying is up to standard and is complying to municipality regulations. So when you are buying a house, you need to make sure that it's compliant, and you need to be careful. Some people prefer buying houses cash. So when you are buying a house, you also need to consider whether you are buying it to be a rental property, you are buying it to be your home, or you are buying it with an idea of selling it in future. So if you have an idea of selling it in future, it's very important to get the compliance, because if you buy a house and it's not complying to municipality requirements, it will be hard for you to sell that house. First of all, if it's not complying, municipality will ask you to make sure that the house is the way it was supposed to be. In some cases, you end up breaking down some of the walls because they are not in municipality's plan. And what some people do is they know they own a house and they try to add extra building outside, which is not approved by municipality. That affects now. If you buy a house cash where they don't require the compliance certificate, because obviously when you are buying with the bank will ask for that compliance, because they don't want issues to arise. So the other thing that you need to look at is the rate and taxes when you are buying a property. It doesn't matter whether you are buying it with cash or with the bank, because these are fixed charges to your water bills. Okay, we actually have also two options. You can have your water bill together with your electricity and you just pay monthly, or you can have a prepaid electricity and your water bill will be on its own. So for this rate and taxes, these are charges that municipality charges us, either for waste removal or for any development, So you need to look out for those things because they are fixed charges, and the fixed charges depend on the location where you will buy the property. So someone who is in Greenwell may not have the same rate and taxes than someone who is in Windhoek West. Those are just some of the locations we have in Windhoek. Like the rate and taxes, they are different. And if you are not planning to spend a lot on rate and taxes, just read up so you know. So for you to prepare yourself or to have an idea, considering that maybe you did not use water that month, just know that your rate and taxes are fixed. That's an amount that you need to pay to municipality every month, whether you use their facilities or not. So it's very much important. I remembered when I bought a property, I was a bit shocked. I wasn't educated. I wasn't aware about the rate and taxes. I only came to know when I bought the property. So it's good for you to know that rate and taxes, they are different depending on the location where you are buying your house. And it's quite expensive in the city compared to other towns, because the city is developed, and they will charge for their services. You know, the water meter, you also pay for that. There's a charge because that's municipality property, so you must take note of that. And the other thing, before you buy a property, you must research about that property. Is it a brand new house? And if it's a brand new house, that's good. If it's an old house, you need to get the history of that house. Was there a bar at the place? Because if the place have a bar, obviously it requires a fitness certificate, where you still need to pay to municipality to have a business or at your premises. So on my case, what happened is I bought this house and there was a bar, and actually that amount of the bar comes with the water bill. So when I moved in, I ended up paying a lot of money. I was confused. I didn't understand. So I followed up with municipality, and then they told me you have a business at your property. I was really worried about now the business municipality was talking about, because there's no business at the property. And I asked, what business is it there at my property that I'm not even aware? Myself, I'm not aware that it's a business at the property, and I stayed there. They told me, no, there's a bar at your place. There's no bar there, there's no bar. And then they went in their system, there was a document that shows that there's a bar, and it's like 2 years ago there was a bar. So I told them there's no bar at the place. They came investigate the place, and there was no bar. So they removed the bar portion from my water bill, because now I was paying water bills as a business premises. It wasn't now a residential. It was marked as a business. It was marked as a business property, not as a residential. So you must be aware. Do your enough research, and just see how your water bill is coming. And also, when you're buying a house, sometimes you want to buy a property and you do not, like, your pay slip doesn't make you qualify. So how will you be able to buy a house? Let's talk about it. If you want to buy a house and your income does not qualify you to buy one, or you don't have enough cash, it's better to save up, save some cash, and have a reasonable deposit. Let me say you are buying a house for 500,000, and with your pay slip they are saying you can only get something of 200,000. So at least save up, just save up, get a better place, so where you are not really spending a lot of money. Let me say you can rent, just choose where you can rent at those locations. Like there are different locations in the city, so check where you can actually be charged less, and you go for that. You are renting, but at the same time you are saving, and you save up for your property. When you are ready, you deposit and buy your property, so your dreams are valid. Also, study the location where you are buying the property. Is it a safe location? Some of the people are selling their properties because they are getting a lot of break-in, so they don't care who will buy the house because they just want to get rid of their premises. So you must study the area. I know some of this information are hard to find because you are new at the place where you want to buy the house and you don't really know people from the location, so it might be hard. But if you can get such information, that will be of importance. So the very most important point that you need to know, I know some are planning to buy their houses, some are planning to build. You must have a plan. Are you going to get a loan from the bank, or are you going to buy your house cash? And if you have your plan in place, that will help you to get the house that you will not regret, because you know you qualified for this, or you still need to work hard to make sure that you have enough money to get the property that you want. And for those that are planning to build, please start building when you are ready. Have a plan. If you are planning to build, maybe for the first 6 months you will be buying bricks, and then after 6 months you have enough bricks, then you'll start buying the sand, buying the cement. Just have a plan. Don't buy bricks in your first month, and on your second month you won't be able to buy the bricks again until 2 years passed. Now you have invested money on the bricks that is not bringing up anything, so your money is frozen there. You can't do anything, you can't get back the money. You have the bricks, but there's nothing going on. So have a plan before you start buying items. How are you going to buy the items? What are your plans? And also just do your research on what exactly you want, so you know how much you will spend. I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a sweet comment. Thank you. Beep, beep, boop.